Hello, everyone, and welcome to term 1 of 2022, the year that we hope will be completely and utterly face-to-face. So welcome. Who am I? My name is Sasha, and I will be your lecturer in charge for this course. So you will be seeing a bit of me, but a lot of your tutors as well. I come from a background of education and a background of how humans interact with computers. So I'm very interested in how you learn and how you can learn better and how it all comes together in your brain to make sure that you understand what's going on. So I've been around for some time teaching at CSE, and I look forward to getting through this term to be around for a whole bunch of other time. I also have my wonderful admins with me. One of them is not here. On one of my sides is Ben, and then there's Shrey. Shrey will be your main admin for this term. So if you have any administrative issues over the course, please contact us and Shrey will get back to you. Ben will be in charge of the forums as well. So you'll see him quite a bit on the forums. And he's amazing on the forums. He answers all your questions. He answers them so well and in such great time. You will have a great time with him. Okay, I'll let them say a little bit about themselves now.
My name is Shrey, and I'm a fourth year computer science student. I think this is my 6th term teaching 151, and I'm very excited for this term. I'll be teaching, I think, for the first time in person, so I'm very excited for that. Some of my hobbies include the color pink, if you couldn't tell, and playing music. Over to you, Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben. I'm also a fourth year computer science student. I think I've got some extra time on Shrey, though. I think I've been doing 1511 for 8 terms now, maybe. I don't know. But no, looking forward to this term. Much like many computer scientists, I'm a gamer. So, if you see me around online, say hi. Yeah, no, excited for this term.
Awesome.
And so that's all well and good. So, but Sasha, what is Comp 1511 and why is it the best course at UNSW?
Thank you, Ben, for that wonderful question. I like how you added the second part of it. Well, what is Comp 1511? It is where we get you hooked on computer science, basically. So you come and join us and we will teach you how to program. Yay! Some of you have done probably some programming in the past, some of you haven't, and that's okay. This course does not have any prerequisites. All that we consider is that you know how to use a computer, and then we will show you how to do the rest, and we will guide and support you. And this is the best course, obviously, because of all the wonderful people that are teaching and helping you and making sure that this course is amazing. So all your tutors and your labs, administrators, everyone is there to help you. And I think that that's what makes it the best course on campus. And obviously we're not biased at all. This
not
is
slightly.
Facts, just facts. So we're going to teach you how to program in C. My interest as well is in how to problem solve and how can we do better things to help our brains problem solve. So I will be focusing a bit on that as well, because that's really a huge part of coding. Sometimes it's not really the syntax that's the problem, but actually understanding how to solve the problems. So we'll be solving some super fun problems. So if you like to have problems and you like to solve them, this is the place for you. And yeah, I hope that you're all in for a great term and you will all have a wonderful time learning how to code as well.
Cool. So let's talk about the course structure. Sasha, how are lectures working this term?
So we have 2 lots of lectures. They are each 2 hours long. The lectures are at the glorious times of Tuesday 4 till 6 p.m. and the even more glorious time of Friday 3 to 5, because I know that there is nothing you'd rather be doing than coding along with me on a Friday afternoon. We will try and make it super fun. Unfortunately, I will have to be doing these lectures from a studio in the university, so you will not get to see my dogs, which, they come and go usually during the lectures, but not this time, unless, of course, someone can help me sneak them into campus. Challenge for term 1. Challenge. So 2 lectures, each of them 2 hours long. In the lectures, we're going to talk about theory and we will also do coding. I will do all my examples from scratch so you can code along with me, and all the code will be available as well for you to have a look at online on our website. So you'll be able to keep up and stay with me, hopefully. And we do our lectures on YouTube live. So you are more than welcome. In fact, I hugely encourage you to ask lots of questions during the lectures. It's not just me in the lecture. I usually have some tutors sitting in the chat to help answer the questions so that we can make sure that we answer all of your questions. No question is too small. No question is too stupid. Every question counts. And usually the smallest, most basic things are actually the hardest things in computing. And if you understand them, they're the building stones to the bigger and more complex things. So please ask lots of questions. I love to have a conversation. I've really missed having the face-to-face interactions. So you will probably see me lurking around the face-to-face labs just to say hello and get to know people. But please ask lots of questions. I really love that engagement and the interaction that we hopefully will have. Shrey, could you please tell us a little bit more about Tuts and Labs?
Cool. So as Sasha mentioned, we have Tuts. We also have labs. So on your timetable, this is indicated by one 3-hour slot, which is TLB. The T in this case stands for tutorial. Tutorial is a 1-hour section in which your tutor will go through you some questions with the class. It's expected that you read these questions in advance so you can come to the tut with any questions about the questions that you might have. After the 1-hour tutorial, which we go through some concepts, we'll then head over to the lab section, which is the LB. If you're face-to-face, this will involve walking to the actual labs on campus. And if you're online, this will involve staying in the same place. In the labs, you will go through a series of problem sets by yourself, or maybe with a partner. That's what the exercise indicates. And at the end of the lab, or when the lab is due, you will submit those problem sets for marks.
All right, Ben, would you like to tell us a little bit more about the face-to-face Tuts and Labs? Any COVID info we need to be aware of?
So, as I'm sure we're all aware, COVID is unfortunately still a thing. So if you have any in-person classes, there are just a couple of things we need to make sure we keep track of so we can all be as safe as possible. So those things involve making sure you wear a mask whenever you're inside, making sure you keep your social distance wherever possible, sanitize your hands when you come into a tut or a lab room. And probably the most important thing, if you are feeling at all unwell, please do not come to your face-to-face tut or lab. That's very important. There are a number of online tuts and labs running throughout the week. So if you're at all sick, you do not need to be in person for this course. You can take the entire thing online if you need to. So if you're not feeling well, get in touch with us. We'll make sure we can sort something out for you to still make sure you get help that week with your exercises, your assignments, and we all stay safe in the meantime. So I think that should be all for COVID info. So now I think we're going to jump to Tom from the future, who's one of our other admins, and he's going to give some information about how to access things in the course, where to find information, and all that fun stuff.
Well, hello from the future. My name is Tom, and I'm one of the course admins for Comp 1511. I'm here editing this video on a lovely Thursday evening, ready to tell you all about our course infrastructure. Course infrastructure is everything that you'll need to be able to access to get through this course, all of the important information, and where better place to start than our front page. The front page is here. Here you'll be able to find all the course resources, all links to our tutorials and labs, as well as some links to some other important pages. Let's take a look at them now. The first link that you can see here is our outline. It is incredibly important and we would recommend that you read it. What you'll be able to see here is a list of all the information about how we're assessing you, what's going to be due when, and just generally anything you might want to know about the course. It is almost certainly the most useful thing you can read about Comp 1511 before you start the term. So we'd really suggest that you go through the whole thing. Next up, you can also see a link to our timetable, meet the rest of the team who'll be teaching you, resources that you'll be able to use throughout the term, links to lectures, so the live lectures will be linked to here, and then also links to labs, tests, assignments, and anything else that you'll need throughout the term. You'll find them all here. Up the top on this lovely pink banner, you'll find that there are 3 really useful links. The first one is to the forum. If you click that, you'll get taken to our discussion forum. There's already a post here where you can introduce yourself, but you're also able to create posts if you've got any questions throughout the term. We'd also really encourage you to answer other people's questions throughout the term. Of course, it's great to have students helping other students and not just the forum team going through everyone's questions. That's the forum. The other link up here is for submissions. Submissions is where you can view all of your submissions. You can also press the history button to see the history of everything you've submitted during the term. Your marks will show up here along with a list of every activity that you're expected to submit, along with also being able to see a link to the submission and also then being able to view your marking and your marks. As well as this, you can see what's taking up most of the screen is the achievements section. Achievements aren't accessible, but they're a way for you to get involved in Comp 12511. There are some fun activities that you can do, and you can show off your achievements to all of your friends. So that's everything in terms of submissions and history. The other page, which you'll be using a little bit during this term, is the Moodle page. Now, in most courses at UNSW, Moodle is where you'd go for all your information, but as you can see, pretty much everything is actually hosted on our front page, which is linked to here. There are only two things which use Moodle. The first one is that if you're unable to access YouTube for our lectures, you'll be able to access lecture recordings through Moodle. And the other thing is Blackboard Collaborate. Blackboard Collaborate is where you can go to attend your tutorials, labs, and help sessions if you're doing those things online. If you go to that button, what you'll see is a list of classes. This is from last term, so don't worry if your class isn't on there. But as you can see, if you go to help sessions, you can click this link and you'll be able to get into any of the help sessions we run this term. And if you've got a class online, you can find the class in the list, click it, and you'll join that class. Now, I'm super excited to be meeting all of you and to get into Comp 1511 this term. So thank you very much. And Sasha, it's back to you.
Thanks, Tom from the future. All right. And we also have some information about our help sessions, which we run throughout the term. Get extra help as needed. And Shrey will talk a little bit more about those.
Cool. So we have these idea of what we call help sessions. And help sessions are essentially one-on-one consultations that you can attend with a tutor. In the help session, you can come and you say, hey, I'm stuck on this problem set or this part of the assignment. Your tutor will provide you some ways to get unstuck on the question. Now, your tutor is not just going to tell you, here's the solution, here's the way that you can actually do the assignment. Their job is to help you move forward and to help unstuck you. We are using a new system this term called Hail. Hail is a website that we've developed that allows you to book in help sessions and consultations. There'll be more info about that later in week 1, and Sasha will mention again in lectures as well.
Thanks so much, Shrey. It's going to be fantastic because you'll be able to get help, hopefully, whenever you need help. So, accumulate your questions and come and ask us. We're always really happy to answer questions. Now, we also, of course, one more avenue of getting help for these help sessions and the Tuts and Labs is the forums. So, Ben, can you please tell us a little bit more about the forums?
Yeah, sure thing. So as Sasha said, the forums are just yet another place where you can come and get help outside of your sort of timetabled classes. So if you've got any questions about labs or assignments or really anything about the course that you're not sure about, jump on. We're using Ed forums for this term. So there'll be a link to them, in a couple of places, but mainly on the course website up the top. Jump on Ed, post a question, and one of us will jump on and try and answer it as quickly as we can. I think really the only main thing to remember with the forums is try not to post any accessible code. So if you're having a problem with a problem set question, don't take a screenshot of your code, chuck it on the forums and say, please help, because that's a bit dodgy. We don't want people taking your code and submitting it as theirs. So if you're having a problem with your lab or assignment, try and make a small example that still shows the problem you're having and post that instead so that we're not sharing any accessible code on the forums. And even better, if you can post a question without including any code, if you can make it a kind of conceptual question, that's even better. So yeah, any problems throughout the term, jump on the forums, make a post, and we'll help you out.
Thanks, Ben. And also just to add to that, we can often see your code from what you submit. So you don't really need to give us the code on the forum because we can see it. So you can just tell us, could you look at my code in this section? I don't know, something. Basically. Okay, so let's, as Ben said, let's talk a little bit about plagiarism. Ben, could you please
Ooh.
define plagiarism for us?
Yeah, so plagiarism is using the thoughts, words, or work of others without giving proper credit. So, for example, if you message a friend, I can't do this assignment, please give me your assignment and I'll just submit it. That is plagiarism. Please don't do that. There are some cases where using code from online that you might find is okay, but generally that's using very small amounts of code, like 1 or 2 lines to do a very small task. And if you do that, you've got to make sure that you give proper credit. So that might be a link to the website where you found the code or something of that kind. If it's code that was available in, something that we've given to you, so lecture code or maybe some tutorial exercises, that's all good as well. But just to be super safe, make sure you credit it in your program and just say, this code was taken from lecture 3, something like that. Make sure there is attribution. Otherwise, we can run into some dodgy situations down the line. If you're ever not sure if something you're wanting to do would be considered plagiarism, please just ask us. There's no penalty for asking us a question. Just say, is this okay if I use this code? The answer will be yes, in which case it's fine, or no, in which case you just get rid of it and there's no problem. I think that should be about everything for plagiarism. Sasha or Shrey, anything to add there?
Yeah, so basically we are here to help you. If you feel the need, you've left it all to the last minute, you feel that there is no other way except to plagiarize code, please get in touch with us. We can help you to not plagiarize, because plagiarism at university level can have very serious consequences, including academic misconduct, and so on and so forth. Zeros for assignments, 0 failing the course, depending on the level of plagiarism. Please, we can help you, and we're here to actually help you. We're not here to punish you. We want to help you. We want to help you learn what is plagiarism, what is okay, what is something that you can do and what you can't do. So please get in touch with us. We can help you, and we can, send you to an extra lab. We can send you to an extra help session. We can help you get started. Please get in touch with us if you ever feel the need to plagiarize, because we are here to help you.
Yeah, it's worth noting that we do want you to have a good time in this course. We want you to pass this course. We want you to actually go home like, wow, I got this cool thing. I did these cool things in this course. We don't want you to fail because of a last second mistake that you made out of desperation. So please, please, please get in contact with us. As Ben said, you will never get in trouble for simply just asking us questions.
Exactly. So exactly what Shrey said. We want you to learn, we want you to have fun, and we want you to actually enjoy yourself and enjoy your first steps into computer science and computer engineering, whichever enjoy. So, and big part of that is just not feeling, that everything is crashing down around you, which it won't be, because we're here to hold it all up and support you. Shrey, could you please now tell us a little bit more about all the other assessments that we will have?
Cool. So there are generally 3 categories of assessments for Comp 101. That includes assignments, problem sets, and the final exam. So in terms of problem sets, as I mentioned before, there are weekly problem sets released to you, and each of these problem sets has a weekly deadline. The deadline is the same for every single problem set, where it's, I think, Monday the following week after it is released. You can find this all on the course outline, the course schedule. It'll clearly outline when everything is due, so you can put them on the calendar now, and you can be prepared to do stuff well in advance. The problem sets are worth marks, so please, please, please submit them. You don't have to do them during your lab time. You can actually do them outside as well, as long as you submit before the deadline. There are also 3 major assessments, and Sasha, would you like to tell us more about those?
Yep, so we've got our 3 assignments. We started assignment 0, just to give you your first glance at weird computer scientists counting from 0 all the time. So we've got assignment 0, assignment 1, and assignment 2. Assignment 0 is there to help us give you some feedback early on in the course that you can then incorporate and use in assignment 1 and assignment 2. So we want you to get the most possible feedback out of assignment 0 so that you can use this information. And it's basically going to cover some of the basic information that we do in weeks 1 to 3. Then in week 4, our first assignment will be given to us, and that was going to focus on arrays. And that's just one of the basic data structures we use in computer science. So we're going to see how well you can use them in a larger context, in a larger problem. And we're currently busy developing this larger context problem, which is hopefully going to be a really exciting assignment. And then assignment 2 is going to focus on another data structure. It's going to look at linked lists. And that's how we're going to finish up our term. You're going to be linking lots of nodes together in a linked list, and this will make more sense as you do the course. Hopefully you will enjoy it. It's another exciting assignment. Again, completely biased opinions here, that assignments are all very exciting, but they are just facts. So 3 assignments. Please, use the help sessions for these assignments. Use your Tuts and Labs for these assignments if you need help, if you get stuck. We also go over examples in lectures that will be relevant towards those assignments. And one more thing we do after we release the assignment, we have a bonus stream. So we do a bonus live stream where we discuss the actual assignment. You can log in, you can ask us questions. We go through what is in the assignment, what is the context, how can I get started? So I think that's always the hardest part, is getting started on things. So if you log into that, you can get yourself to the stage where you're ready to start coding, which is fantastic as well. So I hope that, I'm sure that you will have a great time with the assignments. And if not, please get some help from us. We can help you. And then Ben, if you can tell us a little bit more about the exam.
Yeah, so at the end of the term, hooray, there will be an exam. So I'm sure everyone's really thrilled about that. So we won't go into too much detail about the exam at the moment. There is much more info in the course outline, and we'll talk about it in way more detail later on in the term as we get closer to the exam. I think important things to note are that the time will be decided again later on at the term. There are hurdles on the exam. So there are certain questions which you need to answer in order to pass the overall course. But again, there's nothing to stress about at the moment. Leave all that worry for the end of the term. And hopefully by the end of the term, you've done so much practice, you're not even worried about the exam at all. But yeah, more info on that in the course outline and later on this term.
Thank you. All right. Well, I think welcome to the term. Welcome to Comp 1511. Welcome to your introduction to programming. I hope that you have a wonderful time. Thanks for joining us. Please come online and ask us questions, face-to-face, ask us questions. We love to engage with our students, and this is what we've missed so much over the last 2 years. So we're all really excited to be back face-to-face. We're all really excited to get to know you all and be able to answer your questions. And we also love your feedback. So please provide us feedback throughout the term as well, because we can then do something to improve the course even whilst the term is still going, as opposed to waiting all the way towards the end. So welcome and good luck. And we can't wait to see you and meet you in week 1. I hope you all have a wonderful O week. And Shrey, Ben, would you like to add anything?
I think that you've said it all very well. We're very excited to have you. I think there's some big changes that we're very excited to do and see how they go. And for those of you who've not done computing before, welcome. And for those of you who have done computing before, you're going to learn a lot of new things. So get excited.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Hope to see everyone around campus sometime this term.
Yeah. Cool. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.
I can see myself on way too many screens. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Have we definitely killed Tom in everything?
I think Tom's being killed.
I think.
Nice bits.
Will we have our head of school come in and say hello to all the wonderful Comp 1511 students?
In this way.
Hello. Good luck with 1511. You're going to be coming into, actually no, I'm teaching data structures and algorithms to the master's students, so you'll have to come back and do a master's if you want to get taught by me. But if you're in T1 and you're doing 1511 and you're doing the masters in data structures and algorithms
Together at
the same time.
Sure.
Good luck with that.
At the end of the term, there'll be an exam. There'll be a lot more details at the end of the term. You don't need to worry about it too much, but they'll be all explained then. Apart from that, it's raining quite heavily. Sasha,
I'd like to finish off by saying good luck for term 1. You're going to have a wonderful time. This is one of the best teams on campus. We are there to make it fun. We're there to help you learn. Please come and talk to us. We love to have a conversation. Join in the lectures. We love a bit of interaction. We love dancing in the rain, obviously, because here we are. And good luck, and we look forward to seeing you in 1 week's time.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.
Oh my god.
All right, let's go.
My computer.